welcome to another video, and this is episode 2 of how big can you get without steroids. And I'm sat on a wheelie chair, which means I can do this. So that's quite exciting. I'm all messed up now. I spent ages aligning myself. That's annoying. Also, I have ridiculous tan lines still. Thanks for noticing. That's probably the worst one. Not much I can do about it. I break up from school in a few days, and then I'm going to spend a month in my pants lying in the sun to rectify that. But at the moment, you have to deal with it. Plus, it is ludicrously hot right now, so I am sweating out. Just got back from training again. I apologise. Just maybe close your eyes and just listen to me talking. Probably make more sense. Okay, so getting big without steroids, and that is key to the bit I'm going to talk about right now, and that is without steroids. Okay, just to clear this up now, for some of you who aren't particularly fast in terms of comprehension, I am not on steroids. I do not take drugs, all right? Just to put that out there. Now, I have been getting inundated in the last few months with accusations in that respect, and particularly the last month, it seems to have kind of really ramped up to the point where it's happening like consistently on every single video. And I'll be honest, I don't really care. Like, it's almost like a compliment if you really think about it. It doesn't annoy me. I find it quite funny, but there are a couple of persistent offenders. One person, I think his name is Mark Richards, is quite annoying. Now, Mark, who decided he was going to, quite a while back, just come out with this accusation about me being on steroids, quite a lengthy one, and he kind of kept doing it. Now, I'm a very polite person, so, you know, I responded very politely, and I just explained why that wasn't the case and why, you know, what he was saying wasn't true. But Mark, good old Mark, just kept going. Video after video with the same kind of monotonous accusations, and I kept replying, and eventually I thought, do you know what, this is pointless, there's no point in me replying because it's not achieving anything. He's just, you know, still saying the same stuff, and it's like talking to a brick wall. So I stopped replying, and he kept going and kept going, and then I thought, well, you know, he's writing these accusations and I'm not replying to them. It kind of almost looks a little bit incriminating, you know, if someone's saying that you're on steroids and you ignore it, it looks bad. So I've had to block him from the channel. So Mark, I mean, you made me do it, you know, it kind of hurts me more than it hurts you. I had no choice. I hope you forgive me. If you do forgive me, Mark, just let me know in the comment section. Oh no, you can't, because you're blocked. Awkward. Anyway, move on. So the bulk is going well. Weight-wise, things are moving nicely. I weighed in this morning. I should remember this. What was I? Just under 102 kilos. So I've gone up by like over half a kilo, which is about a pound, which is pretty much bang on what I want. And it's particularly pleasing given the conditions, because it is ludicrously hot. I am like, the last 48 hours, I think I probably sweated more than I ever have in that period of time in my entire life. Like, I've redefined the threshold for how much you can sweat. Like, honestly, it's unbelievable. I should have entered some kind of sweating competition, because I would definitely win. Yeah, so with that said, that's something I want to quickly discuss. It's really, really important that you maintain your hydration. So I'm making a concerted effort to drink, you know, almost an uncomfortable amount of water, and do it consistently every single day. Now, if you are cutting or you're bulking, I mentioned this in a video recently actually, if you're cutting or bulking and you are gauging your results on how much you are weighing, if you allow yourself to be dehydrated, it's obviously going to affect your weight. Now, if you're on a bulk and you get really dehydrated and you go and weigh yourself and you've lost weight, you think, oh my god, my bulk isn't working, I'm going to go and eat more food. But actually your macros and calories may be spot on. It may be the fact that you are just dehydrated. So make sure you're drinking a lot, and make sure you're drinking a lot consistently, so that your weight is not going to fluctuate. It's going to be consistent and give you a good reflection of where you are, whether you're bulking or cutting. And that's what I'm trying to do. And so I'm pleased that, yeah, the weight is going up nicely, just at kind of the exact rate I want. Training wise, going well. My strength is coming on really, really well. I'm really pleased. I mean, as it should. I've said it before, if you're bulking and your strength isn't going up, you're probably not doing it right. So make sure you are really taking advantage of that bulk. Numbers, again, every single week, all my numbers are going up. I said it before, I'm making sure that I measure everything, and everything is definitely going in the right direction. So this week I hit a PR, a squat PR for a set of 7. I did 210 kilos, which is like 460 something pounds. It was probably the ugliest set of my life. Like, I had been at sports day all day that day out in the sun, so I was absolutely destroyed. Also, I ran a leg of a relay, so I was like in pieces. And I got to the gym. I'm very OCD, which is kind of a good thing in training, because it means that my brain makes me do it. So I got to like my 2nd or 3rd rep and I started grinding, and I just kept going and got to 7 reps. And anyone watching that would have thought that was the, you know, the worst squatter in the world. But I got the reps in, and that's all that matters. Unless you collapse under the bar and die, in which case the reps weren't all that mattered. Your death was obviously quite significant there. Deadlift wise, I also hit a PR set of 7 for 245 kilos, which again is a number I'm pleased with. It's not mega heavy, but for a set of 7 I'm really pleased. Equally, it was very ugly, probably even more ugly than my squats. Like it didn't move super well, but again I was determined to get it. And if I can hit those numbers feeling really rubbish after that horrible day, then when I'm fresh I should have something even bigger there, which is pretty exciting. But I'm planning to continue doing that as the weeks go on. Bench press is the only one that's not going so well, which is weird because a bulk normally really helps my bench fly up, but I don't know, maybe I'm going to look at my programming a bit there, but it's not going badly, but it's just not progressing as well as my squats and deadlifts are, which is a little bit disappointing, but just one of those, nothing you can do about it. And in terms of hypertrophy stuff, that's also going very well. I mean, I feel big, I feel like I'm looking like, like I'm putting on some size, I'm feeling like that is definitely progressing well. But to further reinforce that, what I'm going to do now is show you some training from earlier today. So this is a back and bicep workout, hypertrophy workout that I did earlier today. So I'll show you that and then catch up with you afterwards. Pretty impressive, hey? If you didn't think I was looking massive there, then maybe just watch it again, but put your face like really close to the screen, and then it will make me look huge. But yeah, I'm pleased. I feel like I'm definitely putting on size, I'm definitely building muscle, which obviously is part of my plan, because I'm thinking that if I build that muscle, if I experience that hypertrophy, I'm then going to be able to translate that into strength gains in terms of singles, because obviously I am a powerlifter. I am looking to increase my squat, bench and deadlift, and obviously having more muscle mass is going to enable me to do that. That's the plan. So in terms of my training, I'm basically just going to continue progressing in a linear fashion as long as I can. Now again, it's something you need to bear in mind. Obviously, unless you are a beginner, you can't just continuously progress in a linear fashion, right? It's not possible. However, when you are running a bulk, you kind of should be able to. If you're really committing to a bulk like I am, you should be able to experience pretty solid linear progression. So don't be scared of doing that. Just commit to it and try and get the most out of it, because obviously you are, it's, for me anyway, it's hard work. So I want to make sure I realise as much as I can through this bulk. So basically what I'm going to do, obviously you saw in the previous video I hit some sets of 8 for a PR. This time it was sets of 7. I'm just going to continue dropping that down. So each, next week I'll be looking for sets of anywhere from 5 to 6 to 7 for a PR, and just continue increasing the weight and see what I can get. And obviously the end goal is that in a few weeks time I'm down to for kind of doubles and triples. Maybe deload and then go for some singles and hopefully hit some big numbers, which will be pretty exciting. If I don't hit some big numbers, I'll probably delete my channel, change my name to Enrique, and become a traveling unicyclist. But more on that as and when things develop. But yeah, in terms of eating's okay. I mean, that is the other thing with the heat. I do find it really hard to eat. Like when I'm really hot, the last thing I want to do is go and eat loads of food, so it does make it harder. But the coconut oil is definitely a huge advantage there. So I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you are bulking, if you are really struggling like I have been to get more food in, just look for clever ways to do it. Like I said, liquid calories is always a good way to go. Things like milkshakes and stuff. Obviously don't go too nuts with your macros, but coconut oil you know, a big tablespoon, you're looking at least 30 grams of coconut oil there, which is like a lot of calories. You know, it's like 300 calories through, I can't forget now, but 350 something like that calories, which is, you know, such, you can melt it, you can drink it, it's so easy to drink, it's such easy calories, so definitely recommend that. Obviously, I've done my research. Make sure you do your research in terms of your macros. I know that I'm consuming a lot of fat, like a lot of comments on my previous video, if you watch the video Sunday before last, where I tracked my macros, a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, you're consuming a lot of fat. I know, I've done my research, and I believe that it's, you know, a high fat diet is fine. In fact, I think it's good for you in a lot of areas, so I'm happy to do that. But yeah, you know, basically when it comes to a bulk or a cut, calories are key. You know, you need to make sure you're hitting the required amount of calories, otherwise you're not going to achieve your goals, no matter what your macros are. Yeah, that's pretty much that. If you want to know more about my food, what I'm eating, my diet, watch all my other videos, because they're all food based. On the topic of food based videos, go and watch the video I put up on Sunday just gone, because it's incredible. Probably, I'm going to put it out there and say, in my top 5 days of eating of all time. I was at a wedding, a friend's wedding, and it was pretty awesome, so go and watch that. Do it now, in fact, because I'm going to finish the video. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the fact that Mark Richards, who I blocked from my channel, is hopefully still on for our dinner date tonight, give it a thumbs up as well, and I will see you tomorrow.